Call to order the regular meeting of the Dell City City Council for September 15th, 2025. Joe, would you call the roll, please?
Councilman Dean. Here. Councilwoman Finch.
Here.
Councilwoman Brown.
Here.
Councilman Tatum. Here. Mayor Eason.
And the mayor is here. Would you rise, please, for the invocation? I'm going to ask Councilman Dean to bring the invocation.
Join me in prayer. Father God, Lord, we come to you with gracious hearts for all the many things that you give to us, our city, our neighbors, all the wonderful things that you bless us with each and every day. And we're come with also heavy hearts, Lord, about how we need to do better as people with loving hearts for each other. And Lord, we come especially with heavy hearts for Charlie Kirk and the loss of him. And Lord, we pray that you be with him, with his family, with his loved ones as they go through this hurtful time. Lord, we pray that you also be with the nation, that we can stop this nonsense of violence against each other, and that we can come together with free speech and be able to work together. And along with that, Lord, we pray that you be with us tonight and help us work together to further the city, to make it great. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Good job, Michael. I'm going to ask Chief Z. Williams if he would lead us in the pledge. Z, you remember the word? Okay.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Now, we don't have any proclamations, do we, City Manager? No. Very good. We do have some recognition. Are you going to do the honors with that?
Yes, sir. If you would like to join me, we would greatly appreciate that.
I would love to join you.
So, it's kind of weird to be on this side, City Council. Hello. Nice to see you all this evening. As you all know, OML just happened. We had our Oklahoma Municipal League conference last week. And one of the things that OML looks for every year are those employees that serve their cities for 25 years or more. Each one of those members are memorialized in a statue that they have through OML, and one of the things that they do is they request recognition at the city level for these individuals. So our HR department has been working on this for some time, and in the spirit of the new logo that we put together and to thank these gentlemen here for their over 25 years of service, we have some pretty neat little items available, and I just wanted to take a moment to recognize each one of them. So what we have created is a 25 years of service award jacket. So the jacket, as you can see here, let's pull up Burgers First. I feel like we should do something from The Price is Right, where you talk about, the jacket and all the things it's capable of, and the oohs and the ahs. Yeah, but the one thing that I want to bring to your attention, where is it? Make sure I have it right. There we go. Is they get their 25 years listed on their side whenever they wear this. So as it's coming into the cooler season and OML has been completed, we wanted to make sure that we appreciated and thanked everyone for their hard work, dedication, and service. So we have a couple of items here for everybody. The first one, of course, is the 25-year jacket. We also have special thank you recognitions from city manager and the assistant city manager, and then we have an awesome gift basket as well. So if we could start things off, we're going to ask Chief Lloyd Berger if you would please step forward. I thought it would be better if we did the whole, you put the jacket on and you do all that, but I figured, you'll be okay with that. But we just want to tell you on behalf of the city of Dell City how much we appreciate your years of service. You are above 25 years, is that correct?
Yes.
How many years of service, sir?
27.
27 years of service.
All right.
Thank you so much for everything you have done and are continuing to do for the city of Dell City.
Thank you.
We greatly appreciate you. Thank you.
20 years left is last week, right? All right. You're messing me up being on that side of the room.
Is Captain Shearer here today?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. We will come back to him. We'll leave him right. Okay. How about Captain Marty? Where's Sonny Marty?
All right.
For your 25-plus years of service, along with a nice gift basket, how many years of service have you provided us?
30 and a half years. All right. Very good, very good.
How about Major Skip Sells?
Oh, boy.
No Skip? Gosh.
Skip.
Skip. Wow, you went there. Wow.
That was a weak moment.
It just says Z, so I'm going to assume that's Chief Zion Williams. Along with your permanent basket. And how many years of service you provided for the city, Chief?
25. Just barely made the cut.
Do we have Mike Hatfield available today? Okay. We'll leave him next, Skip.
We can sell those after the meeting.
How about Fern? Do we have Major Fernandez? How many years of service have you given to us, sir? 26. Woo!
All right.
How about Sergeant Brent Nolan? Do we have Brent Nolan here? No? Yeah.
Okay.
Still. Woo! Way to go, Brent Nolan. Kelly, have any others hiding? Okay. Mayor
All right.
Easton and City Council, I just want to say thank you again for allowing us to represent these amazing gentlemen here today that gave us 25-plus years of service to the city of Dale City. Please give
All
them a
right.
round of applause.
JD, I know I've said this before, but I say it every time with the same conviction, and I totally believe it. It's the people and the staff in Dale City that makes our town what it is. It makes it special. And the people that live here and the people that we serve, this is what makes this community great. And these examples of long-term employment adds stability and knowledge of what's all the historical knowledge that's in all of these 25-year employees. That's what makes it great. Thank you, each and every one. One more time. All right. Does it mess you up that Ron's sitting on the right side
Yeah,
of
that
the...
doesn't make sense. And I'm
Yeah,
wondering where Jack is
it's-
hiding.
Yeah, you're throwing us off tonight, Ron. Let's... No, sir. No, sir. I know how hard it is to stand up. You're fine. Move on to item number 4, public and council input. Is there anybody in the public that would like to address the council on a non-agenda item? Sorry? Yes, ma'am. Well, Vera, be kind.
I am. I come before you tonight embarrassed, shattered, and brokenhearted because before you has on the abatement is Dale City Nazarene Church, and we have tried. These guys had 25 years. I've had almost 25 years in ministry at Dale City First Church of Nazarene. I've had 24 plus, so I'm almost caught up with them. But I've done the best. After my husband passed and I became pastor, the first week I went and I joined the Chamber of Commerce because I wanted to help Dale City out to be the best city we could be. And I've tried to since then. I've tried to do everything to promote Dale City, and then I look in Facebook and here's the the stuff that says Del City Nazarene is a scum. We have bad things, that our church looks bad. And I thought I had it, I apologize to JD, because I thought I had it covered with him, that one of our gentlemen, when we got the first notice that we had to get some stuff done, he got up and he fell off of climbing and cracked 3 ribs. And I said, we'll do what we can. We've had 3 work nights, and we had a guy scheduled. In fact, he took down, he was there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We were on his schedule for that. And if you look, there's a tree gone on Vicky Street. But it feels like that we're scum. And we've tried to do everything that we could for Del City. I brought in people from all over the United States of America to Del City to promote Del City. And if you go to some of the places around that have singings, they say Del City's a great place. And that's what I have it here, every concert here in Del City, so that our name as a city would be uplifted. And I'll turn the other cheek. We're not a money-making business. We're a ministry, and we put everything back in ministry. So if you've looked at the schedule and see our name there, I hope you don't think we're bad, that we let our grass grow 20 feet tall, that we let the church look terrible, because we don't. So I hope people will take that into account. Thank you.
Vera's church hosts the Shop with a Cop breakfast every year, and her members of her congregation cook that breakfast right there in the kitchen. And Vera, every time, every year, we appreciate that each time. This, October the 12th, is that the next one? Yeah. They have a tremendous breakfast there, and it's just excellent. But it always works out well. And I've got to say, I think this fell through the cracks, Vera. There was nothing intentional. Nobody was out to get you. And I told you before the meeting, and I'm sure everybody sitting up here on this council, if you need help with something, just cutting the grass or anything, we would be there for you. We support you right back. This was a fluke, and I apologize for this. But nobody thinks that you're any less of a citizen because tree branches grew close to your building. And I'm sorry this whole event has happened, but we're going to fix it. Thank you, Vera.
Can I add something real quick? I want to bring to your attention also, her church hosts a senior nutrition center for seniors in our area every week. And it's at no charge to the citizens, let alone the car show, let alone the gospel singing. But she does so much. She's on the board of the chamber. So no one thinks that of Miss Vera. She is a blessing for this city.
All right.
I would like to add that I got to meet Pastor Radley about 10, 12 years ago when we both served on the Del City Urban Renewal Authority. And I can personally say that she's a friend of mine. She is a very honorable, honest, upstanding citizen, and Del City is glad to have her and her church here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. Is there someone else that would like to address the council? Yes, ma'am. Step up to the podium and state your name and address for the city clerk, please.
Good evening. My name is Janet Hernandez, and I've been a Del Citian for a long time, probably about 40 or more years. I spent 22 years in the Air Force, retired. I spent 29 years with an engineering company, retired. I've lived in Del City for quite a while. I lived in the same house, matter of fact. I've moved into the starter house and haven't left the starter house, but with a lot of upgrades. When we first moved in, it was so nice. I mean, I could count on one hand how many cars would come through my neighborhood. Okay, a couple months ago, there was a shot in my window. I have a huge bay window in the front of my house. Somebody decided they want to come by and pop a BB or something in my window. And I said, okay, we'll get by, we'll get by this. So I went and had cameras all installed all around my house, on outside, 3 on the outside doorbell. I have 1 in the back. Just because I feel more safe, and why would somebody do that? Why? I mean, I just don't get it. So getting back to the other issue, I have those cameras, and those cameras record everything. They record pets. They record cars. So one day I had a few minutes, and I sat down with my phone, and from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., there was at least 189 vehicles, okay? I do not live on a street, a major, you're right.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, if you gave your address at the beginning, I missed it.
I live over by Epperly Heights.
Okay. Can you tell us the street that you live on?
I don't know if I feel comfortable with announcing that right now.
After the meeting.
Right now, right, okay. This is, and let me voice back.
You had 189 cars pass your, you need to set up a toll booth.
Exactly, my sentiments exactly, because the majority of those people do not live on my street. And like I said, years ago, but it's gotten ridiculous. I mean, y'all think about it. I mean, y'all have that many cars going on your street?
Actually, I do. I live on Pearl Way, right off of Tinker Diagonal, and
Oh,
people,
gosh.
yeah.
I thought I had it
We can
bad.
talk about traffic.
I mean, it's you know, I'm getting at that age, you know, it's just things that, you know, it's just frustrating. It's just really
Yes, ma'am,
frustrating.
it is. You know
Let's
what
see.
frustrates me the most? There's a stop sign on the corner, and it seems like people speed up for the stop sign.
Oh, yeah.
Not only do they
yeah.
not stop, they speed up for it.
My street-
However, I got to put this out there too, if I'm going to gripe. Chief Berger over there positioned a couple of motorcycle officers at that stop sign, and Chief, was it 4 hours, they wrote 19 tickets?
Oh,
Is that what that was?
oh, you need to come on over to my rate. Oh, you would make your month, honey. You would make several months.
Give him your address.
Yeah, because there's a
And he'll-
cross street like this, and I've come up and they just roll right on through there. It's
Give
like-
him your address.
Okay.
And he will be glad to help you with that.
Okay. And while I'm up here, this is my first time.
You're doing
I'm
great.
coming to the city.
But you have to sing
Meeting.
for the finish.
Oh, no. But I love Del City. I've been here a long time. I would love to help out, you know, with things. And I mean, I can't see where I see a lot, but like, why can't Del City get like a Whole Foods or another grocery store? I don't know what's going on with Cash Savers. Y'all update me, but the last time I was in there, their store is like half empty. And
Well, judging from the traffic count on your street, we'll put the store right on your street because that's what they look for is high traffic count.
so I don't know what's going on with that, but like, I just wish, and restaurants, I wish, you know, Del City would have a few more variety of restaurants. I mean, look at Norman, look at Edmond, but I know it all goes back to demographics. And I kind of understand that, but then I kind of don't, because it's like, why can't we have some nice things? I mean, you have a lot of people, and like I said, I've lived here forever.
We're
you know?
working on it. We are working.
Okay. But if I can help in any way, because I'm a person that TCBs, I like taking care of business.
Chief, when you get her address, get her name. It's Janet, and I'm sorry I missed your
Hernandez.
Hernandez. Get her name and phone number and address, and we may call you and see if you want to volunteer on some committees.
I would love that.
Excellent. We
I'm
always
doing a
love
lot of
new-
work with my church right now, volunteering and helping them out. I go to Sunny Lane United Methodist.
Okay.
They're another one that does good things for the community.
They are, you're right.
You know, and I do there. I work. They have a thrift shop that I work in, and they fix food for different occasions, and we do the big Easter thing on Easter, and you know, things like that. They have a car show. They had a car show this summer.
Cool.
So, but yeah, that'd be great. And I've said enough. Sorry.
Janet, thank you for coming out, and you did great.
And I hope you're not mad at me, Pam.
I could never be mad at you, Janet.
I know, but I think I pissed your daughter off. But anyway, I still love you.
Everybody gets your daughter mad. Sorry, shouldn't have said that.
You should know, Floyd. I think
Yeah.
you were number one on her list.
Okay, moving right along. Is there anybody else that would like to address the council on non-agenda items? Sorry, when Ron stood up, my tongue got tangled up.
I know.
Go ahead.
Ron McCall, 3403 South Wolford. So far, I want to echo just about everything that's been said tonight. Mr. Dean, I fully agree with you. Free speech is one thing that we really need to cherish. Even hate speech has its place, but not now. Hate speech is not good, but anyway. Traffic, come to Wolford.
I've been on your street. I don't like the traffic there.
Yeah.
I try to stay off of that.
Thank you. No, I live at the corner of 33rd and Wolford, and yeah, it's across the street. I'm going to do like Janet did and sit beside my camera or just sit out front and watch, because I'm sure I can top 196.
Yeah.
It's unreal. And I can't understand it because
Where are all these people going?
well, why are they on my street? I live one block off of Sunny Lane.
Yeah.
There's one stop sign on Sunny Lane, one stop light.
Maybe if we
Between
installed,
29th and
maybe if
44th.
we installed some potholes on Wooford.
Well, I have plenty on 33rd, and that's
Okay.
the other issue I was going to bring up. I mentioned it to Mrs. Brown. I dare anybody to drive from Vicky to Sunny Lane on 33rd, either way. In fact, I suggest you go both ways. Just make sure you got your cowboy boots on, because you're going to feel like you're riding a bucking bronco. That thing is so full of potholes, patch marks,
But does anybody speed on that street?
all the time. I don't know how they
Really?
manage.
How do they
Yeah.
do that?
I don't know. But anyway, and the other area, and I know this is rare for me to complain about something, but yeah. The other area is at the corner of Wolford and 29th Street there by Burger King. We've got some really bad potholes there that we need to take a look at. Other than that, everything is fantastic. Thank you.
Ron, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who would like to address the council on a non-agenda item? Seeing none. Councilman Scott.
Yes, sir. I just want to thank city management and our crews that fixed the railroad track at Eagle Lake last week. It's fantastic. If you get a chance, go down there. It's very smooth as you go over there. It's not going to destroy your car now. So thank you all for fixing that.
I did have occasion to drive that the other day, and you're right. That is probably the smoothest railroad crossing in the metro area. I think they did a great job on that. Yeah, okay. Councilman Brown.
Yes, thank you so much. I do have a few things, like JD mentioned, OML conference was this past week, and I think we had a great time. I definitely learned a lot and gave JD a huge list of contacts that were made for, with the Department of Commerce, with the Oklahoma Transportation programs, with opioid abatement grant programs, as well as community art workforce programs. We also spoke with Oklahoma Water Resources Board for some possible funding that's out there, as well as spoke with TSET representatives so they can give us more info on why we were not able to get the two grants that we got. So we've got some meetings that we are setting up. So I think that we were able to really get a lot out of this particular conference. I did also want to mention that we did go to the homeless, the another conference about how we can help the homeless situation that we have here in Oklahoma, specifically to Del City. And like I was telling JD, there was not a solution. I was hoping to go there and leave with an answer of how are we going to fix this? How are we going to get things done? And, you know, I left with them really saying that there is no solution. And we have got to take care of it on our own as a city ourselves. Oklahoma City is there to help and assist, but if we want to do anything, we have got to do it ourselves. So in saying that, in the future, I would like to look at possibly getting together a group for helping out our homeless community to see how we can look forward to steps on what we can do within our area of Del City particularly, and that's something that JD and I will work on. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, moving on. Councilman Finch.
I have nothing at this time.
Councilman Dean.
The city manager and I have been working on a lot of different items, but already given. But we're working for you guys. That's it.
That's it.
No, no need to ramble on about all the different things, but
Who
we
is
are
this
trying
guy?
to, we're trying to improve.
I thought you might chat about the water plant, how they're putting all the new filter strata in, all the new charcoals and everything, and we're going to enjoy delicious water and getting all.
Continue to enjoy, yes.
Continue to
Yes.
enjoy, yes.
This is why I didn't say anything. I might mistakenly not say continuing.
Michael and the city manager and I were all at the water plant as they were installing some of that filtration system and watching them do their work there and learning from it. And it's going to get better each time, right, city manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. I have something that's not on the agenda I'd like to speak about for just a moment. We have probably, I imagine most of you in here have seen the news articles about the county commissioner scandal that's going on and the problems there. This Thursday at 1 o'clock, the commissioners are going to be meeting to give themselves raises. And I intend to be there to speak about all the shortfalls in the county. They can't afford to fully staff the jail, and they can't afford to keep it clean enough and in good enough shape, good enough repair that they can pass a health department inspection. And all the other things going on in the county right now, and I want to make sure that they understand that it's not right to ask the citizens of Oklahoma County to pay more tax to them and at the same time ask for raises for their salaries. And I intend to be there and have that discussion with them. Other issues, we have some problems with the ethics of a commissioner there, and perhaps we will address that. I've enlisted Mr. Tatum, Councilman Tatum, to help me with some fact-finding things. So that will be interesting. That's Thursday at 1 o'clock at the county courthouse in the commissioners' meeting rooms. Okay. I'm sorry, yes. $135,000 a year and some change. And just imagine, I don't know what they're going to ask for, but just imagine if they just gave, let's say the staff at the county jail gave them a $5 an hour raise, what that would do for morale and what that would do for the attitude of everybody at the county jail. Or what if they just put on 4 more deputies, what that could do for the county, as opposed to giving them another evening in Dallas or whatever their raise is going to amount to. I think the money could be better applied to serve the county than just giving them raises. I think they're making an adequate wage. You know, as mayor of Del City, I don't know if you know this, Ron, my salary is $100 a month. So if you want that broken down by an hourly wage, it's around a quarter, about 25 cents an hour.
And when was the last time you got a raise, Mayor?
The last time the salaries were raised for the council and the mayor was probably
1983.
was it 1983?
And that could probably be because we have.
Cost of living has gone up.
The cost of living's gone up, but we have a city that is financially constrained, like the county, and therefore, we don't get raises.
That's it. But I will be happy to bring this to their attention on Thursday. You're pointing at, Walter, yes, sir.
Thursdays would be, what date?
This week.
The 18th?
I'm showing on their website, meetings on the 17th and the 24th. This is the Board of County.
No, it's not the board. This is a special meeting, and it's to discuss raises for the elected officials. And I got to say, it's for all of the elected officials, and that includes, sheriff's department, the finance, the clerk, the secretary, all of them.
DA?
No, the district attorney of state.
Okay.
Okay, that's all of the non-agenda items. Let's move on to the city manager's report.
Awesome.
Sung to you by...
Yeah. So we've had quite a few great things going on in Del City, but I want to start things off with a shameless plug. Our activity center at the community center is getting very active, and we're very excited to see the items and things going on there. And Ron, I believe you got to participate in one last week, a Tai Chi class? That is very exciting. So Tai Chi is now every Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock, from 1 to 2 o'clock, hosted by the YMCA, or make sure I have the right people, okay. Don't want to give credit for the wrong spot. So very excited to see that, and many more items are going to be coming, so please check the calendars online. Yeah. What time? Awesome. So right after we get off, we can go have ice cream. That is awesome. So from 1 to 3 is an ice cream social coming up this Friday. That is exciting. So a lot of great items coming up. We're very excited to see all the new activities and things taking place there. Please check out our website. It should be on the website under the community center in the next week. Okay. Awesome. Same thing going with our Facebook page. Keep up with us on social media for all the exciting items coming there. We're very excited, and thank you for the city staff working on this to make that happen. We are very excited, and for the volunteers that are making this go. This is a great, great ordeal. Going back in time to tell us what happened since our last council meeting, as Councilman Tatum has already stated, we have an awesome entrance to Eagle Lake now. We're very excited about that. That was nice. Mayor and I got to go for a drive and look at some of the parks last week, so getting to see all the neat and amazing things working out there. And you mentioned the contractors that we had.
I did. I think our parks in the city of Del City are in the best shape they've been in for years. Typically, when we go see a park and after they mow, the grass was so tall when they mowed that it leaves windrows all up and down the park, stripes all up and down the yards. But they're mowing it, the frequency is such that they're not leaving large windrows, or they're picking it up, whatever it is. All the parks looked much better, much improvement than I've seen them in the past. And that was quite enlightening riding around with you, looking at the parks. JD, thanks for hauling me around like that.
So some other items that we have, Josh from the Chamber couldn't make it this evening, so a couple of things that happened for the Chamber. They did have their ribbon cutting on Wednesday the 3rd for, you want to say it for me? I'm going to say it wrong. Carneritos? Canterbury, there we go. So tequilas and tacos, I know that part, so that's great. So we're very happy to have them in the city of Del City. And we had a fantastic Chamber connection on the morning of Thursday the 4th. Vice Mayor Finch, thank you for attending it with us with the Mid-Del Food Pantry. That was very enlightening, very interesting. I was waiting for Kelly to give me the O, but she's...
I was clarifying the
Sorry.
date for you to announce it.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for that.
I was making the Mid-Del Food Pantry. Oh. We had a great time at the Mid-Del Food Pantry. We were very excited about that. That is, it was great to see all the great things that they do for us and getting to show us around. So we really appreciate that partnership. As Councilwoman Brown mentioned, we got to attend the OML conference, so taking some of those classes and seeing the different items that are coming. One of the classes was specific about GeoBonds, which is something we've been talking about quite a bit, and it'll be coming up on the agenda here soon for us to review and vote. So it was nice to take those classes and get that much-needed information. So very happy about that, and to connect with the different vendors and things to see what other options are available out there for the city. So from that, coming up, some items that we have coming. We initially had an idea for the special meeting of the City Council this Wednesday, just letting you know that will not be happening. Thank you all for checking your schedules, but we will be moving that to a later date, most likely next week, and we will ask you all for attendance at that time. So aside from that, some other great things that are coming up are, let me see if we have anything else. The Mayor, you want to tell us about the Kiwanis Pancake fundraiser?
I would love to. So the only annual fundraiser that we have for the Kiwanis Club of Del City is we have a pancake supper. And it's on Thursday, I believe it's the 23rd. Does that line up?
Yes, sir.
Thursday? It's from 4 to 8 p.m. at the community center. The pancakes, all the cooking will be done by IHOP. So you're guaranteed a good quality pancake. I had the opportunity to go around and sell a few sponsorships to the pancake, and I told everybody I was selling used pancakes. I was not. These are new pancakes. And come join us. The tickets are very cheap, very reasonable, and I've got some in my truck to give away if somebody wants some. But it's a great event. It's for a good cause. Kiwanis is their main thing, their main focus on is school children with reading programs and better grades. And we give away bicycles and prizes. We have a Christmas party for underprivileged kids. It's all about the kids. So come out to the community center Thursday night. I'll be out there serving pancakes and have a good time, and it's for a good cause.
Fantastic. And then the last item for the chamber, please make sure everyone has it on their calendar for Friday the 26th, the Chamber Hall of Fame banquet and auction. It's their first combination that they're doing. We are very excited to have that. It sounds like tickets are sold out. I think Kyle is hiding back there. Kyle, it sounds like it's sold out or pretty close? More than, so that's even better. The fire chief isn't here, so he can't shut us down if we say that now, so we're very excited about that. So, yeah, please come and enjoy a night of the Roaring 20s, I believe is what it is. So we are very excited to see that. I'm curious what outfits and stuff I'm going to have to figure out for that one. So just come for that and then stay for the auction. That's going to be great. And last but not least, we are incredibly excited to announce that Chicken Salad Chick, his grand opening will be October the 7th. So they have moved along very, very quickly on building that up. The building looks beautiful, all of the work that they've done into it. We are very exciting, and we need a huge showing, please. So anyone that would like to come out on October the 7th, is that a 11 a.m.? Is that a Friday, a Thursday? Tuesday, perfect. All right. So we have lunch plans for Tuesday, October the 7th. So I hope everyone comes out and enjoys that. We are very excited. Kyle, thank you for courting them and bringing them into town. We look forward to many of those items. If you have not had it, I'm very excited for the cookies that they have because desserts are my thing. So hey, we got pancakes coming up, we've got an ice cream social coming up, and we have chicken salad and cookies coming up. This is why I love Del City. So that is everything so far for... At least I made them laugh. That's everything I have for the manager's report. Moving on to the city clerk.
I don't know if my news will be as good as yours. We have our taxes in for the month. Our sales tax is up $71,757.85, which is an increase of 6.29%. Our use tax is up $7,113.77, which is a 4.27% increase. Our tobacco tax is up $387.31, which is a 5.01% increase. And our hotel motel tax is up $5,619.84, which is a 37.87% increase. And that is all.
That is awesome. All right, city attorney, you got to beat that news.
Boomer.
No.
Really? Nobody? Wow. There we go. Someone got it. I can hear my wife from the other place, so here we go. Very good. Chief Berger, anything coming from the police department?
Last week, we hosted the FBI LEDA training for the first time. This is something that's been in the making for a year and a half. If you remember when we come in here and we got our agency trilogy award and that, and then we signed up, and it took us a year and a half to get that here, but they were in last week for the first of the 3 trilogy, which was the SLI Supervisor Leadership. We hosted that at Metro Tech. We had more than enough seats. We filled the class completely up. We had to cut it off. We had people on the waiting list to get in. So it was really nice. We hosted it down at Metro Tech. We got 3 free slots out of that, which we had 3 of our people in it. At about $800 a person, saved us quite a bit of money to do that. So we have another one coming up next month for the command level, and then we have one in November for the executive leader. And we'll be hosting all 3 of those there at that same place at Metro Tech.
Thank you. Director Parrott, anything for the city? Okay. Director Gandy, anything? Awesome. Assistant City Manager, anything exciting besides what's already been announced? Awesome. Then that's everything from our team, sir.
Very good. Move on to item number 6, consent docket. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve the following items by unanimous consent with one motion. Item A is minutes to the regular meeting of the council for September 2nd, 2025. Item B is a budget amendment for fiscal year 2025-2026, as shows in Exhibit A to the council agenda. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve items A and B.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to item number 7, appointment, Board of Adjustment. Item A is discussion, consideration, possible action to approve or deny reappointment of mayor's nomination of Rex Warlick for the Board of Adjustment, said term not to exceed October 1, 2028, or declare position vacant. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item 7A and B.
I just read A.
Oh, I'm sorry, A.
We'll do them separate.
Okay,
It's 2
sorry.
different people.
Pardon me. For 7A, which is to approve the mayor's nomination of Rex Warlick for Board of Adjustment, said term not to exceed October 1st, 2028.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Rex has been working with us. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly how long he's been serving. I think about 5 or 6 years in that realm and doing an excellent job, and we're very glad that he's willing to serve another term. Any further discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Tatum?
Aye.
Councilman Dean?
Aye.
Councilman Finch?
Aye.
Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to 7B. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve or deny reappointment of mayor's nomination of Jim Studebaker for the Board of Adjustment, term not to exceed October 1, 2028, or declare position vacant. I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve item 7B, to approve the reappointment of mayor's nomination of Jim Studebaker for Board of Adjustment, said term not to exceed October 1st, 2028.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Jim Studebaker's another one that's being reappointed, and we applaud him for coming back for more. I believe he's the chair of the Board of Adjustment. Is that right? Do we know? Joe? No? I think Jim is the chair on that board. And a very bright guy, and really takes his time and looks into everything, and I appreciate what he's doing for the city. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Let's take the vote. Councilman Tatum?
Aye.
Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Oh, Councilman Dean?
Aye.
Councilman Finch?
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Sorry, I misread my writing. That was a B. It looked like a B. It was a D. Sorry. Item number 8, presentation, annual audit report for fiscal year 2023-24. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve the presentation, discussion, and receipt of the annual fiscal report with accompanying independent auditor's report for the fiscal year ended June 30, 2024. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the presentation, discussion, and receipt of the annual fiscal report with the accompanying independent auditor's report for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. We will receive the presentation. Aye. Push the button.
Oh, okay. See, I couldn't hear myself. So my name's Tamara. I'm here with Chris Heim, and we work at HBC CPAs, and we performed the fiscal year 23 and 24 audit ending June 30th. And I won't keep you guys long, but I will go over, we have 3 reports. I'll go over a couple of financial highlights, and then we have some findings I believe you guys are already aware of, but I'll go over those briefly. So I don't know if you guys have a copy of it, but I am on page 5. I don't know what PDF page that is, but it should say 5 at the bottom. The title at the top of the page is Independent Auditor's Report.
24 of 216 on your iPads.
Oh, thank you. I haven't converted to the iPad yet. I should, but not yet. While you guys are getting there, I just want to say thank you to the council for engaging us on the audit. Also, thank you to Joe and his team at the city. You guys were really great to work with. Anytime we needed documents or had questions, like we always have on initial year audits and any audit, you guys were really quick to respond and give us what we needed. So I do appreciate that. So, okay. So I'm just going to go over the first paragraph just says what we audited. It goes over the different financial statements that comprise of the basic financial statements. I want to read the second paragraph, just the first line there. It says, in our opinion, the financial statements referred to above present fairly in all material respects the respective modified cash basis financial position of the governmental activities, the business type, each major fund. And it goes on to list the others. So this is a clean opinion, and it's the best opinion we can give as auditors. So what this means is that we do not believe that the financial statements are materially misstated, which means that when someone, a user of the financials, or someone's looking at the numbers, they can be relied on. These numbers have been audited. And then if you guys will go to page 22, and I'll go off my page numbers, which is the numbers at the bottom. I just want to go over 2 numbers in the financial statements. So I want to go over the unassigned fund balances. So on page 22, if you'll look at the column that says general fund, the unassigned fund balance is,
All right, real quick, that's page 41 out of 216.
41 out of 216. Thank you. Okay, so we have a unassigned fund balance. We have a deficit of $1 million. So this was one of our findings that we had. And I will go over the findings near, it's actually at the end of the report, but I just wanted to point out where this one is. So normally, the unassigned fund balance, the indication of like a healthy fund balance would be between 10 to 30% of revenue. The general fund's revenues was $11 million. And also, I want to go over on page 26, which I know you'll get that page number for me. This is the proprietary fund, and it says statement of net position, which is also known as the balance sheet.
45.
45, thank you. So on this one, again, I just want to look at the net position. So the unrestricted funds is 3.1 million, which is about 35% of revenues. So the proprietary funds had revenues of $9.1 million. And then I'm going to skip about 30 pages. So page 52, if you can get that one for me. So the next 35-ish pages are the details of the funds. So it's the funds broken down, it's the notes which talk about breakdowns of the city's debts, what capital assets they have.
71.
71. Pension information, so if you guys want to read through that, you're welcome to. I didn't want to keep everyone by going through 35 pages of that, so. But on page, what was that again? I'm sorry?
71.
71 is where our second finding is. So this is our budgetary comparison schedule. So if you look at the middle, it says charges to appropriations, and in parentheses it says outflows. So these are the expenditure budgets. So we have the budgeted, original, and final amounts, which the final amounts would be with amendments, and then we have the actual. So under Oklahoma's state budgeting laws, we shouldn't have any negative variances, and we do have around 5 of them. So that is our second finding. And again, I will go over that towards the end of my presentation. And if we'll just go 7 pages, it's our, I want to go over the second report that we present. So this is our independent auditor's report on internal control and compliance. So this is basically where we put our report on the internal control and compliance. So we do have the findings listed in here. We do not give an opinion on internal controls, but we do look at it. So when we're auditing, we're asking, you can ask Joe, we ask questions, we ask for the internal control policies, we ask who does what. We look at debt compliance, restrictions, compliance, things like that. So we are looking at that, and we do provide a report on that. And then our third report, and our final report is 2 pages from the internal control. So this is our, what we call a single audit report. So if you're not sure what that is, a single audit is when a city or any governmental agency receives federal funds and expends $750,000 or more in 1 year. They're required to have just an audit on those funds. So I believe Del City spent around 2-point-something million. I think you guys mentioned the water filtration system, so that was pretty much what it was. So we did do a single audit, a compliance audit, and on the second paragraph, I'm just going to briefly read it under the heading that says opinion on each major federal program. It says, in our opinion, the city of Del City, Oklahoma complied in all material respects with the type of compliance requirement referred to above that could have a direct and material effect on each of its major federal programs. So again, that is a clean opinion. So we found no compliance issues with the single audit. And then, 4 pages from that, and I'm almost done, is our findings. So,
What page number?
It's my page number 65. Thank you. One day I'll convert to technology. So we have 3 findings. I briefly went over it just, so you could see it. But our first finding was on the deficit fund balance. So the way this is laid out, it kind of shows you what it is, what title it's under. So it prohibits the creation of a deficit fund balance in any fund except for a public trust fund. And then the condition just says what we found, the potential effect, and the recommendation. So at the very bottom, we have management's response. So we did talk to management about this. We talked to JD, we talked to Joe, and they explained, what happened. And management's response is what they're doing. So they are, I believe it was a transfer for the ARPA funds. It wasn't recorded as restricted was the problem there. But our second finding on the next page is our budget. So under the Budget Act of 1979, there shouldn't be any negative fund balances. So management's response was that they enabled their software to prevent the budget line items from being able to go negative. So basically, if the department heads are wanting to go over budget, it's not going to let them. So they're going to have to come to Joe or JD or whoever and get a budget amendment, which will come before the city council. And you guys have to approve that. So that will prevent it from happening in the future. So we talked to the city about this. And our third and final finding is on the bank reconciliations. So this one won't be shown in the financial statements, but we did find that the Encode software the city uses wasn't reconciled to the bank statement. So we talked to Joe about it, and under the cause, it says conversion to pooled cash using Encode had difficulties properly transitioning to the new system. So this is something that the city is resolving. I know you guys have contacted Tyler Technologies multiple times. Every month, you look at the numbers, you talk to them. Joe showed me his record of calls to them. So this is in the process of being fixed. This is more of a system issue. It's just, I don't think, they've used Encode in the past, so now they're using Encode, and now they're having to convert everything on there. So, but that ends my presentation. Do you guys have any questions for me or Chris?
I just want to thank you for coming out and presenting this thing very fairly and doing a great job. So
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
thank you for
you guys
letting
were
us
great to work with, so we appreciate it. So, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. Let's move on to item number 9, final plat, request for final plat for the property located at 5401 Tinker Diagonal. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, deny, or require additional information for a request for a final plat for the property located at 5401 Tinker Diagonal. Excuse me, also known as Walmart Supercenter number 544, per PC application, PC Plat 688-25, public hearing before the Planning Commission on August 28, 2025, approved by the Planning Commission on August 28, 2025, authorize mayor to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion that we approve as written and authorize mayor to endorse the same.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Let's take the vote. Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Tatum?
Aye.
Councilman Dean?
Aye.
Councilman Finch?
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. All right. Moving right along. Item number 10 is assess abatement costs to property owners. Before we begin this portion, I believe there were some that we were going to strike, and I would entertain a motion to strike item 10 and item 11. Do I hear that motion?
I'll make a motion to strike number 10 and number 11.
I'd also like to add 13 and 22.
What?
Numbers 13 and 22.
Do you have that?
13, yes, I'm in the lane. I have not been able to finalize number 22, so.
All right. Well, let's. you
And
say-
Mr. Manager, did you get mine, the one that had the incorrect amount? That I sent you the text on?
Make sure I got it right here. This is all around again.
I think it's 21, but I'm not positive.
4231.
Yep, that's item 21. Item 21 had a miscalculation between the invoice and the amount listed.
So we can strike
21.
So the grand total would be.
Hold on just a second. Let me make sure we're all on the same page here. We're striking 10 and 11 and 21. Was
No,
it?
and then 21 for me, and what, Ms. Brown?
13 and 22. Make sure we're all on the same page. All right, I'm going to repeat this, make sure Joe gets all this down solid and we're all good. We are going to strike items 10, 11, 13, 21, and 22. Is that correct? Striking those items, have you got a new total?
Can we make a motion to strike those 5 while he's developing the
We
total?
can do that.
Please?
I will entertain a motion to strike items number 10, 11, 13, 21, and 22. I will entertain that motion.
Make a
I'll
motion
make a
to,
motion to strike number 10, number 11, number 13, 21, and 22.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Finch. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. Those items are now stricken. And we will move on. Did you get me a total? No pressure, Joe.
I have that total for you, Mayor. It's $11,420.33.
$420.33?
Yes, sir.
$11,420.33. All right. We have the stricken items from the list. Let's go ahead and move on with item 10, discussion, consideration, possible action to approve, ratify, or deny and remove the assessment cost in the total amount of $11,420.33 to property owners for cleanup of previously abated properties in accordance with Dale City Code Sections 13-106 through 13-114. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as written.
Just
Second.
Okay. And
Okay, I'm going to
And
amend
just for
that.
clarification, I'm going to help you out with this for a minute, Pam,
You
because,
go right ahead.
I want to. For clarification, these abatement costs are going to be assigned to, ratified to items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip over to 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That's what we're
I think you
ratifying here,
skipped,
just for
I think
clarification.
you skipped 14.
Did I skip 14?
You got it, sir. Never mind. You got it.
We're good? All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Let's take the vote. Councilman Finch?
Aye.
Councilman Tatum?
Aye.
Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Dean?
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. That was a mess. Now we are at item number 11, expense, mobile audio and visual cart for the community center. Discussion, consideration, possible action, approve or deny the purchase of a portable audio and visual cart for the community center for an amount not to exceed $14,750. This cart will allow for activities needing audio, visual, and microphone capabilities. Authorize city manager to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as written, authorize city manager to endorse the same.
I would entertain a second. I'll make the second. All right.
Is there anyone who could speak with us about this item?
We're going to open the discussion on it right now. The motion is to approve, and is there any discussion?
So, don't we want to vote?
No.
No, you're
No,
right.
I want to have discussion
Sorry, I
before
messed
we
up.
vote.
I messed up.
Thank you. You
So,
want to open the discussion?
so my concern, so I'd like to know, it sounds like it's going to have one microphone. Is this really what's going to actually solve the problem? Is this going to be for it's supposed to be for the new part of the community center, the activity center. And so it's definitely a lot of money, and it's just the question is it going to solve all the problems?
It is going to provide the much-needed items that we need in the areas that we need. It does provide some of the temporary solutions for the other areas, but the majority of this is for the overall activity center usage. This is not the final solution. This is one of the items to have to keep it going, and then we will still look into future items to change to the full-size ones. But we are...
Right. And so the problem, if this is not the solution, this is a lot of money to spend for not the solution. And as we have the current community center, and basically this new side is just like one or two sides of the actual community center, at least half of it, is it's difficult to use, but you always do need to have multiple microphones. And so.
Wireless microphones are very common.
Right, but it's not included on this part, and it should be.
Here it is.
You got one microphone on this, and whether you have the police, if you have your police training,
or-
different things, you have your speaker, so that's the one, and then what are we going to do? Have all the class get to go and come up to the microphone and go speak. So I would like to have more of a look at this. At the cost, as it's the current cost of a 85-inch TV should be $1,000, and they got $4,000 on it, and that's okay, but then everything else is also at super full price, including coming out to go and see about how much money is allotted to actually go and integrate it into the room, and I think that this is a self-sufficient standing cart that doesn't have any part of it, but we got several, many hundreds of dollars spent on it. So again, I would just like to know.
It looks, according to backup, that there is one Shure SM58 handheld microphone and one Shure WL185 lavalier microphone and a BLX 4B body pack.
I would just like to add that, I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off, Councilman Dean, but I wanted to mention that I believe that we could try to find grants. I believe that there's something out there that could help us with this funding. I wouldn't mind taking some time to take a look at that, since at this point it is not an emergency. And after just discussing our audit and our budget, I think it would be best that we pause and try to find some other funding.
I'd like to add to the fact that I know that if you go get a sound system company to come in, it could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is not just a temporary fix. It's going to be a portable fix for the fact that we can move a PA system from one place to another very easily. I think that right now that this is something that's going to help us until we can get our budget in order.
Well, and even after the fact, even after we're able to put this out there, because the goal is still to do the permanent outfitting, the upgrades, because the community center, I'm trying to think of the time frame, 5 to 10 to 15 years old on some of our technologies, but this is also something that once we do have other solutions in place in the future, this portable item is still going to be useful and valid for years to come, which is one of the reasons we're wanting to invest in it now. We are using the special sales tax funds that are available through the activity center money in that area to be able to create this, so that we do have a solution available that is portable and can get us through these areas as we look for funding in future times, like the potential grants you're talking about and like the other areas. So that is our goal, is to have this to be something where we're not holding anything up with the limited resources that we are able to use for this before we go for some of the bigger items down the way.
That's true, because we sold our last PA in the estate sale, so the city won't have that as an option anymore.
We've been limping along for how many years? 3 years? With the system that's there that's not functioning correctly. We have events on the calendar coming up.
I think those are all city events. That's another thing that I'd like to ask is, what events do we have coming up? And right now we have 2 employees, I believe, for the community center. And I think that some of this funding could possibly be used to help them with their, just with help at the community center. I think just 2 people running that place is not enough. And I'm sure that a PA system is really great, but I just don't think that it's going to be that important right now.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
Let me first add this. The problem I have with this, and I spent about an hour and a half researching this before the meeting tonight, some of these prices that are quoted on here for items such as the 85-inch TV, they've got $3,330 There's a brand-new one from BH Photo for $2,600. Other items, such as they've quoted $1,395, I found the same item for $709. These are all brand new. Another item for $420.
Are those, I'm sorry, let me interrupt just a second. Are those online prices or are they delivered and set up?
Well, I'll get to that.
And they have freight down here is my other funny thing about this one.
Exactly. That's the point I was going to bring up. They do have freight listed down here. But anyway, some of these items are excessively priced, I believe. Plus, the main problem I have with this particular quote is labor and miscellaneous. They have $6,365. That's to put this thing together, and freight. That seems excessively excessive to me. What I would suggest is the city go back. I don't mind this company, but ask them where they're getting their prices and see if they can't come down on their prices. I think this is an item the city needs, certainly, but the prices they've quoted us here are just astronomical.
So the item I do want to bring to your attention, I do understand your concerns on the financials. I do respect that and appreciate that. This is a statewide contract, so this would be something
And that
is a
doesn't make a
set-
difference to me a bit. That's just a robbery of things. Just because it's statewide contract does not mean that we should jump on the boat and just go single source to it, because for whatever reason, they've been able to pigeonhole this particular part and therefore, be able to claim a statewide contract. But whenever you go and start to say that after all this money that you're spending, that top dollar, then we're going to have a service agreement and we're going to charge $1,200 for the service agreement. My God, this thing should be pristine. This should come with its own, without this separate service agreement, of a 20-year service agreement, but at this cost. Or at least a 1-year part. So we're not saying that we're against this, but this is just too much for a stand where Mr. McCall's at. If we have that with this and 2 speakers on the side and an amplifier to plug in, it does not cost nearly this amount. So I think that we need to just go back and ask another company for a quote to go and prove that this statewide contract is a deal, sort of like our vehicles that we're going to be looking at later.
I can go buy shingles for my house much cheaper than what they charge, a roofer charges. They're not delivered to the roof and they're not installed. The sound systems we're talking about is not just a speaker with an amplifier. They're going to contour those speakers to work in the space, fighting feedback. And I am not against shopping for better prices, don't get me wrong, but don't short sell yourself. We're not going to be able to go buy a bunch of pieces out of a catalog and have some staff person assemble it and make it work as effective as it would with a professional person tuning each piece to work together. I'm not against shopping it, but don't discount the fact that a professional installation will result in a better product.
Right, and I totally agree with that, but I only see one quote here from one company. Was this sent out for other bids? Do you know, Mr. City Manager?
I'm checking right now, sir.
Christy Havlin. Sorry, Ron, we're just carrying on and letting you stand there. Go ahead.
Got nothing.
What do you got to say?
Got nothing better to do. I'm not going to argue or get into the pricing. I'm not privy to that. What I do want to speak about is the need to get it done. I've been to at least 2 of the meetings that the city's put on there at the community center, dealing with different activities that are planned. And we have several different organizations lined up to almost immediately to step up and say, we'll do this tomorrow. But we need sound system. We need visual. And I'm talking like OSU Extension. They're ready to move forward, put out programs. The Y is willing to put out programs for us. But they need a system. Visual, audio, and multiple speakers, yes. It says assembly server, I forget the exact terminology there. But the need is now. Shop if you must, but get it done.
Should have been done 2 years ago.
And thank you, Mr. McCall, because one of the things I'm looking at is yes, we need to get something done quickly. There is nothing in here that says that they can't take 6 months to fix this thing up for this price. There is no time limit of when it's due. And so one of my suggestions, and Mr., if the attorney will listen to it, is how about we approve a not-to-exceed amount of $14,400, have you guys shop it for the next week, and then buy whichever one you guys want to get. Is that okay? Because we don't have to choose this one, but I think that we can, one, make sure we have this, figure out when theirs is going to be showing up. We can go and ask, the different groups over, whether Midwest City or Edmond or different places, to see when theirs will be, and we can,
I'm just going to add a footnote here, and I'm not against what you're saying. Don't take it that way. I was involved in shopping for the sound system for the Del City High School. This is in line with what we found when we shopped for that.
And it was just for one TV cart?
Mobile cart.
One mobile cart.
Yes, sir.
One thing you need to take a look at too, and I don't know how many of you have been over there to the center recently. They've done a fantastic job with that old library area, but it's large.
We need a
The
mobile
acoustics
cart.
are horrible. I can hear a pin drop across the whole area. The same is almost true with what used to be the dining area or convention area, the separate rooms. Acoustics in there are not real great, so you need a system that is tuned to those rooms. And that's not an easy task. I've done some of it myself.
I have a boom box with a microphone. It's
No, thank you.
$200, $300. And no, I've had it in that very space.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you can do something like Mr. Dean suggested, that would seem feasible too.
I think everyone's in agreement that we do need some new equipment down there, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
But we're just trying to look at it the best way, for the best equipment at the best price we possibly can.
I'm not against that at all.
And
So perhaps the motion could be made to authorize the city manager to shop with a not to exceed of $14,750 and give him a week to see if he can better that deal. If he can better it, so be it. We've authorized $14,750. If he can't better it, go with it, and let's get this show on the road. We have some major events coming up this month.
And one of the concerns I have is it's 5,000, the room's at least 5,000 square feet, if not 7, for the library, for the old library. So perhaps we need a set of remote speakers added to this. So again, I think that, I'm thinking that you can get a much better deal and be shopping for additional stuff and ask them whether or not for a 6,000 square foot square open room with 9-foot ceilings, if two speakers are going to be enough.
2 speakers can be enough. They're going to be big.
If they're tuned.
Yeah. Thank you.
Acoustical engineering is not my specialty, but it is a field that is very technical. And I say that should be left with the experts.
And again, I
So,
would strongly
be-
suggest that we look at grants, please. I know that there are some arts grants out there that can help with this.
We can look at grants for the
big system,
installed
yeah.
permanent system. The mobile cart system would be used in addition to a fixed permanent system. This is not something that's going to get shoved into a closet and forgotten about. And we have the need, we've had the need for years. I'm excited to see this move forward before the Hall of Fame presentation coming up at the end of the month. So I would be willing to, Pam, would you be willing to withdraw your motion?
I'm going to withdraw my motion, and
I will
someone else.
withdraw the second.
Okay.
And if I could have an amended motion that would give the city manager the authority to make a purchase not to exceed $14,750 with a week's time.
Make a motion that we authorize the city manager to purchase a sound system similar in nature to item number 11 with a not-to-exceed price of $14,750, with the purchase to be made by 1 week from today.
With delivery date
With
not to exceed,
with a delivery date not to exceed November 1st.
ooh, I hope we get it before.
Oh, yeah, we
Hall
hope
of-
we-
Let's put the delivery
How
date,
about-
the Hall of Fame. What is the Hall of Fame banquet?
No, that's too soon, that's next week. Sorry, isn't it? 2
No,
weeks from now?
3 weeks. That's close.
It's close, but like you said, this is a customized thing, so.
A week?
I maybe would recommend that you just say as soon as possible, because I think if you
Okay.
put a
Is it
date
a
on it and then it
guaranteed
doesn't,
date
you're going to have to
of
come
delivery?
back here and approve it again.
redo
It's
it.
gonna-
Is it a guaranteed
All right.
delivery date?
So let's just leave it open-ended then, not to exceed 14,000. I'm sorry,
Right,
this is
so-
your
so-
motion.
so I'm-
Let me back out of this.
Yep, so we have the motion to authorize the city manager to purchase it for $14,750 as soon as possible.
Does that work for you?
Yes, sir.
I'll second that.
If you don't find anything, then are we going back to this?
Yes.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? Scott, do you understand? I mean, you're on track with us? Okay. All right, then I'm going to call for the vote. Vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye?
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
No.
Mayor votes aye, the motion carries. Move on to item number 12, expense street striping replacement by Action Safety Supply. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, or deny an expense to remove and replace existing street striping on Southeast 15th Street between Sunny Lane and Bryant for a cost not to exceed $48,449.96. Will include crosswalks and stop bars at the east leg of Bryant, all 3 legs of Townsend, and all 4 legs of Sunny Lane. Authorize mayor and/or city manager to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item 12 as written and authorize mayor and/or city manager to endorse same.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? I'll second it.
Here we go again.
Now, we're going to open for, that's all right. We had to move this along to
Yep,
open for discussion.
Thank you.
Let's
So,
move it along.
first question is one of the main costs is the traffic stripes, and they have the quantity at 16,950 feet, or 16,500 feet. This is for the yellow line. So you have a yellow line that goes 5,280 feet one way, 5,280 feet the other way, and I'm not sure where they're going to be sending that third one besides down to Mr. Tatum's house and doing that. So I don't understand the measurements, and so that cost is going to, we're going to pay for this extra third line that we're not going to get because everybody's going to go. We're not going to have somebody go and look at this contract and go, where's my 16,000 feet of yellow line? We're going to have 10,000 feet of yellow line, and we just bought and wasted $5,000 for a measurement that's not there. Next thing is for the company that were selected, I am currently not pleased with the work that they have just done for us. And I haven't been up,
Is this
100.
the same guy that did, I'm sorry.
Yes,
did
yes, sir.
15th?
That did the school striping. And so I'm not happy with that company yet. I asked for the city manager, and that's one of the things I said that we've been working together, to show me that surely that the president of the company or somebody's going to come out and review the work, the quality of work that was done on the previous project, to be able to at least get to a place to where I'm comfortable spending city money and not wasting it.
Sorry, what? So the foreman came, I'm just repeating what the assistant city manager is telling us, is that the foreman did come out last week and they are redoing 2 schools.
And so I think that we wait, we get a new quote, so I'm thinking that we should probably table this one and let them go and remeasure out how long a mile is for 2 yellow lines, get the proper measurements, get the proper money, and then I think that we also need to ensure that this is going to look like Oklahoma City streets and not Dell City streets. The anticipation is that we're going to have the same quality that Oklahoma City does at the end of this, and not what they've proven so far.
We could even look, see who the contractor was for Oklahoma City.
I think we should.
A phone call or two away.
Yes.
I would also like to mention grants again. There are, I know for sure, 3 that would cover restriping and as well as new traffic lights. So I'd like to make sure that we look into that as well.
Would you mind retracting your motion? I will retract my second.
I will retract my motion.
Okay. Now,
And you reply,
start over.
do you retract your second, sir?
I did.
Yes, sir. Make a motion that we table this item.
Second.
You got that, Joe? We're just tabling item number 14. I'm sorry, 12. You're right. I was looking at that adjournment item. It's calling to me. Okay, we have a motion and a second. The motion is to table item number 12. Any discussion? City Manager, are you on page with us?
We are going to be searching for who Oklahoma City's vendor is for street striping to verify. We are going to verify the
same
work that's
quality.
being done with the foreman on the 2 school districts, there's 2 school zones, excuse me, that are being redone, and going to make some more verifications on some items before we continue.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Let's take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Is there any further council input?
Make a motion that we adjourn to the Dell City Municipal Service Authority.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. We are now adjourned from the Dell City City Council, and I call to order the Dell City Municipal Services Authority. Joe, would you call the order? Call the roll.
Trustee Dean.
Here.
Trustee Finch.
Here.
Trustee Brown.
Here.
Trustee Tatum.
Here.
Chairman Eason.
Chairman is here. Is there anybody in the public that would like to address the Municipal Services Authority on a non-agenda item? Seeing none, do any trustees have anything they'd like to address non-agenda? Seeing none, move on to the manager's report, item 4.
I have nothing at this time, sir.
Good. Item number 5, consent docket. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve the following items by unanimous consent with one motion. Item A is minutes of the regular meeting of DCMSA for September 2nd, 2025. Item B is a budget amendment for fiscal year 2025-2026 as shown in Exhibit A to the DCMSA agenda. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to item 6, purchase 4-yard containers, roll-offs, USA. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, or deny the purchase for 20 4-yard side loader containers from Roll-Offs USA in an amount not to exceed $14,835. Authorize trust chair and/or trust manager to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve as written, authorize trust chair or trust manager to endorse same.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? You know, I've been down to Roll-Offs USA down by Durant, and that's quite an impressive facility. They are very efficient in the way they move their product through, and they seem to make a really nice product. So just a little plug for Roll-Offs.
Are these the roll-offs that our residents are able to rent?
These are the commercial ones.
Commercial.
They got that, like, across from my business at the Arrowhead Archery. Those are the big ones that they put in
Like-
front of businesses. So anyway, but yes, the citizens can rent different sizes, and I think they might even be able to rent this size as a
Yeah.
possibility. But
This is-
anyway, yeah.
It's a typical commercial container like you'd see outside of a restaurant, that kind of thing.
And then again, it's also that 4 yards, which is of course what we're trying to strive for the bulk trash.
How many do we have right now?
Nobody knows. Two?
And we have a lot of them that need to be replaced just because of the baffling, which is the metal part. A lot of them are tilled open like tuna cans and stuff, and those need to be replaced because it makes it hard for the truck to pick up, and it can get stuck and possibly cost more for it.
Brittany, do you have any sort of repair program on those? Is that something you do in-house, you do not?
We are, I've talked to my supervisor about it because it would be cheaper to repair than buy, but a lot of it's welded metal and put together welded wire, so we have to look into hiring someone from the outside to come in and professionally weld stuff. So whether it's. So no, not at this time.
You have a certified welder on staff?
In a different department, yes.
You do? Cross-training? Okay, just asking. All right. We have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
No.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries. Move on to item number 7. Purchase a sanitation truck, JX Truck Center. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, or deny a purchase of a used 2017 Peterbilt 320 ASL residential sanitation truck from JX Truck Center in an amount not to exceed $90,000. Authorize trust chair to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to approve as written, authorize chair trust to endorse same.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Yes. The item includes having a Public Works employee to go to Rockford, Illinois to pick this item up. Is this cost of $90,000, does that include if he flies or if he drives, a rental car, hotel stays, food, lodging, whatever?
Travel will be a separate item that I will approve.
Okay, that was my question.
So it's a long ways to drive our new, or
55
our new
miles an hour.
used one. I mean, so they should be able to ship this on a truck.
They are, we did not have the quote back for that at the time that I had to get the agenda item written. We got that back today. Shipping would be $2,750.
That would be a much safer way to do it. If you
Darn
blow
well
one
worth it.
tire, if you blow one tire or two tires plus this, you're well over, yes.
Yeah.
So I would say we just go with this same
Ship it.
motion, and that's in the city manager's, but, spending authority.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
I
say that
believe
again.
Then- And there's several, and it's over a year to
Yeah, the
year and a
lead
half
time
out.
is very long.
And so, one of the things I really like about this truck is that Peterbilt, the actual company, they have actually gone through the full truck and repaired all the discrepancies of it. I mean, this is really nice to have this truck showing up, fresh oil, fresh everything, all the lights working, everything else, so it seems like a very nice find.
I like Councilman Dean's idea of having it shipped here, so.
Yep. Well, that's certainly within the city manager's purview. All right, any more discussion? Let's take the vote. Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, the motion carries. Move on to item number 8, purchase 2026 Ford F-450 Super Duty truck Bob Moore Ford. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve, approve with modifications, or deny a purchase of 2026 Ford F-450 Super Duty truck from Bob Moore Ford under the statewide contract SW0035 for an amount not to exceed $77,708. Authorized trust chair to endorse same. Let's talk about this before we do motions on this item. And I would like to hear from Public Works Director Brittany. Brittany, why do you feel that you need an F-450? Is there going to be a heavy, heavy load on this truck? What are we doing? The track hoe. That's a heavy load. What's the trim level on this truck? Is it an XL or XLT? Or?
So here are the facts that I had Chris DeRoy, our utility line maintenance, send me about this purchase today. The F-350 has 3 engine options, 6.8 gas with 445 torque, 7.3 gas with 485 torque, or 6.7 diesel with 1050 torque. The 450 comes with a 6.7 turbo diesel with 1,200 pounds of torque. The 450 can pull a conventional trailer up to 30,000 pounds. The 450 has more torque for pulling power, that's a hard word to say, has larger brakes for stopping power, and the frame is thicker. Diesel motors do cost more in maintenance than gas. The $14,728 in relation to the lighting on the back of the truck and what that entails. That is for an 11-foot utility service bed with a material rack. Additional lighting like strobe lights will be added in-house. The 250s in our fleet have the towing capacity, but the suspension is not heavy enough to support the weight, and we do have CDL drivers in the event that we needed one going over 26,001 pounds.
Okay.
So one of the things in the backup was saying for the hydrovac trailer is anybody who drives this truck with pretty much any trailer that you're trying to get for this heavy load, they're going to have the CDL driver with them.
We have CDL drivers.
You have them, but you don't have enough for, again, you're going to be looking at this, a lot of your CDL drivers are Class B. I have a Class A. I believe the mayor might have a Class A. And the reason why you have Class B drivers is because that you can keep them here. If you get a Class A driver and you have the option between driving professionally and making 100,000 plus, or working here and making what we pay and doing the work of what we're doing with the hydrovac, that is not going to work. And so the misconception always is that you need to have this bigger truck with the bigger power. The F-250 has the same part to where it can tow with this amount. Do we know what the track hoe, how heavy it is?
Is that the big track hoe?
Mm-hmm. With the extended arm, yes.
Yeah.
So normally you tow something big and giant, so I tow the same backhoe, the normal backhoe.
This is a track hoe.
But the track hoe goes on a semi. It doesn't go on, on this kind of thing. You're going too big to get that part. So the concern, Ms. Parrott, is you're going to end up with a truck that's difficult to use. And I have this difficulty in my business because I'm down from 3 drivers to 2 drivers. And you have, the same difficulties, but we're looking at only Class A drivers. And so
We have a minimum of 5, potentially 6 Class A CDL holders in Public Works.
What's the trailer that you carry this on? Are you familiar with, is it a drop deck trailer or is it, what do you?
That's too technical for me. I'm not sure. I don't want to misspeak.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, right now you're using a repurposed fire rescue truck.
Correct.
Is it
maintenance.
inadequate, and if so, why?
So being a former ambulance for the city of Del City, the fire rescue vehicle. It is surplus, it is past its shelf life, both with, I believe it went through fire, and then Chief, didn't you have it for a time also for SWAT? It has far exceeded its lifespan, and we are very appreciative that it's been able to hold the fort as long as it has held, but we are now anxiously awaiting to put it to pasture before its last days, yeah.
Chief,
So, Brittany?
Yeah, before, yeah.
It's a bright
before
red
it-
ambulance.
So,
do you guys remember what size truck that is?
It's a 350, and I believe it's already on its second engine.
Yeah. Right, and again,
I'm more interested
So-
in what size trailer you're going to connect to this truck, and that's what will determine. If it's a drop deck trailer, it'll have to be a bigger truck. But if it's a gooseneck trailer, then, an F-350 might do it. But perhaps, can we do a little bit of research on this? Are you up against a wall right now? Would 2 weeks kill your...
and
I
so,
would be interested in making a trip out to Public Works and seeing what you're doing and see if it's applicable.
Okay.
so,
Why is that hard to say?
so again, the thought is if you get a F-250, you can do everything that the F-450 does. Now, going back, is it nice? So again, you're only doing it in the city and you're doing it less than 40 miles an hour. That's, yeah, if you're going more or different than that, it's just the amount of use that we're doing it and how everybody should be very careful with it makes that capable. But the next thing is we have a $14,000 bed that does not sound, that if you're just getting the gooseneck ball, and I'm not sure how much more, because I haven't heard too much more that this actually has. You should be having a whole tool truck, or a lot of boxes or different things for it. I'd like you guys to check to see, like going to one of the places I've used is J&I Hitch or different places, go and get a few more estimates on that part. So you can just buy the truck as a chassis, deliver it to anybody else, and but this bed seems like it's about twice the expense that it should be.
Mayor, I'm being told it's a 12,000-pound hydro. We use a 12,000 mini excavator trailer, a lowboy trailer is how he's referring to it.
Okay.
But at
all right.
12,000
I'd like to see the equipment in use. Will you accept that I have considerable experience with trucks and equipment?
Yes, the mayor
Let
used,
me go look at this. Let's table this until the next council meeting. And we'll do a little bit of research. City manager, you're welcome to go with me.
can we go ahead and, so we can get this thing quicker for you, can we go ahead and get an estimate for a
I don't think
an
2 weeks
F-250?
isn't going to make that much difference to you, is it? I think we're okay. Let's table it. for
Yeah,
2
let's
weeks.
table, but I mean, let's go ahead and get a F-250 estimate, and then also, let's make sure that the light, this thing should be able to light up the world, this is the hope, so that we have the external switches and lights available for this thing.
Trust me.
So,
I would entertain a motion to table this item until the next council meeting. What is the date of the next council meeting? Anybody get, okay.
October 6th.
October 6th. I would entertain a motion to table this until October 6th.
make a motion that we table to October 6th.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. The motion carries. Any further trust input?
I think it's important for everybody to know in the city that we appreciate them bringing these things to us, but we just want to make sure that we get the right piece of equipment and the right usage out of it, so.
I got 43 years' experience moving equipment.
So, make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Take the vote. Trustee Dean.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tatum.
Aye.
Trustee Finch.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We are now adjourned.